What's up? Time for Last Minute Betting, the last minute show on the internet for sports betting with the Sports Nuts, your quick fix for sports betting. Brought to you by OddsJam, the premier odds comparison company. Go to oddsjam.com, get your 7-day free trial, and you've got a code for me, 10 Bob. What's yours, Mike?
Well, it's up there at the top, Bob. Mike 10.
There you go. I just had to put you on the spot there to see if you were ready.
Oh, always ready.
Don't forget about the BetMGM and PointsBet sign-up bonuses that are available. The links are in the description. It helps Mike and I out. Also, Underdog Fantasy and Thrive Fantasy deposit match up to $100. I will have my Underdog Fantasy pulled up so I can let people see how this works. And we're just about ready to go here. Folks, we are in a rain delay. It looks like the game is going to start in roughly an hour between the Phillies and the Braves. Mike, you think that has a negative effect on the Braves, who, quite frankly, pressure's on them tonight?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely could be a factor, but I'm going to go with the fact this is a desperate situation now for the Braves, as home field advantage has now kind of been neutralized. And the Braves came out really flat. Let's face it. They were really flat yesterday, and they did get going a little bit, Bob. So they lost 7-6. And while you wanted to win that game with the way things were going, Bob, the fact that they were able to kind of find themselves a little bit more as the game went on, I think can help them for a bounce back situation. I love the Phillies. I think they're a great team. They can lose this game, and they're in no way, shape, or form out of it. But you have to go with the fact, Bob, that the Braves have won 13 of their last 15 at home. Now, I know you're going to say, well, last night wasn't a win. Well, I get that. But, again, that rest definitely had a factor for them. I think it showed a little bit for Houston, although we'll get into that maybe a little bit later. But for the Braves, it certainly had a little bit of a negative effect for them. And they do have some pitchers coming up for them as well. Kyle Wright tonight. Eventually, you're going to get to see Strider go, who I think is arguably one of their better pitchers as well. So I think the Braves can bounce back here tonight, Bob, and they need to. They have to have it.
I think my own personal opinion is that a left-hander, even though you got Schwarber and Harper in the lineup, a left-hander is not necessarily effective against that Phillies lineup. And I think Fried actually had a few problems throughout the year, but I'm with you. Wheeler is not going to continue his scoreless streak. That's going to come to an end, and it's going to come to an end tonight.
Well, and the Braves have some film on him in the postseason. I know it's only one game, but they're familiar with him, and they can look at that and do what they have to do.
He hasn't had fantastic stats against them. They've been good.
No, well,
3.26 ERA.
You have his approach to the Cardinals. The Braves are a somewhat similar offensively to the Cardinals, and they strike out a lot.
A little more free swinging. That's why they strike out so much. That's why they cause the damage.
And you'll take that, though, Bob. If you'll take that Braves offense, while they do strike out a lot, you're not going to get no third strikes looking like you saw with the Cardinals, Goldschmidt in particular. But, exactly. I mean, it's going to happen. But, yeah, let's look for the Braves to bounce back, I think.
What's up, Jordan? What's up, Jordan? Good to see you. Jordan, let's do the show tomorrow night. I will DM you on Twitter. All right?
Beautiful. Thursday night football. Yes.
Yeah. Let's have you on tomorrow night. It would be great for you to come on. Let's pump it up and get some of your people out here. Mike, we've been putting out videos on a daily basis, and the channel is growing pretty quickly. We're doing pretty good considering where we started. So we're excited about that. Also, please subscribe to this channel. It would be fantastic if you did. And he's on fire.
He's ready. I can't wait to have Jordan on. Unfortunately, Jordan, we don't get the greatest matchup on a Thursday night again. We've got the Bears and Commanders, but we'll make do. we'll make do with what we got. And last Thursday night, we made a little bit of money. What are you shaking your head, Bob? What?
Mike, it doesn't matter. We got the NHL, baby.
Well, that's true too. Yes.
Hockey's back. Hockey's back. We've got the NFL.
Bob, shame on me. Listen, shame on me for riding the Kings last night. And I'm going to tell you why. I was high on Vegas coming into this season with the disappointing season they had last year. And if you're Vegas, what better way to get your season off to a good start than to go into LA and beat them on the road. And I think Vegas is desperate to get off to a good start, and I think they will continue to do so.
I don't have any problem at all with Vegas winning that game. I took the Kings last night. I went 1-1.
I did too. But I should have went to Vegas. I was high on them coming into the year. I should have stayed with the team I liked to bounce back. And
I also had the under on the Rangers game last night. What was the final score?
It was 4-3.
Oh, I lost that one. It was 4-1 at one time. Oops.
You are a bad beat machine. You forgot.
Come on. I'll be at the Blues Golden Knights game in Vegas, November 12th. Then Raiders Colts the next day. Cool. Shoot some video, man. Shoot some video. Put it out there. Let people see it. Put it on Twitter. Do what you got to do, man. Let's go. All right. Where else am I going here? Okay. Padres.
That's Dodgers. A day before my birthday, Bob, November 12th.
That's right. Why don't you go with him to Vegas? Make a party of it.
I would, but something tells me that I have places to be besides there.
Okay, so Padres, Dodgers, I'm going to throw a stat at you right now. Okay? Are you ready?
Okay. Yeah.
Are you ready? Completely ready. Clayton Kershaw has a record of 23-9 with an ERA of 2.03 and 310 strikeouts in 45 appearances versus the Padres in his career.
Okay.
You better book. I'm telling you, book the Dodgers tonight.
Well, Bob, no, I disagree.
Darvish is 3-2 on the road against the Dodgers in his career. Okay, 6 road games, 3-2 with an ERA of over 3. I'm sorry, man. Dodgers.
Well, look, Bob. Kershaw has had his postseason woes. That's got to be duly noted. Kershaw pitched a couple of games against the Padres this season, and he was very efficient. But that was way early in the season and before Josh Bell and Juan Soto and Drury were acquired for the Padres. It's a different team now. Darvish has been the Padres' best pitcher in the second half of the season, Bob.
I agree.
And I think that he will continue to pitch well. And I think we can see the Padres bounce back here and keep this game close. I'm looking at them on the run line, +1.5 taking. I'm not saying the Dodgers don't win this game, but I think this is a closer game than what you think.
Never said it was going to be a blowout. I'm saying
fair enough.
Going to win. Clayton Kershaw owns the Padres in his career. Owns them. 316 strikeouts in 45 games, buddy. He owns the Padres. As a matter of fact, Mike, if you look through the history of the San Diego Padres against the Los Angeles Dodgers own the San Diego Padres, and it's going to continue. The Dodgers are going to the NLCS.
Darvish has pitched good against them this season. So
I know.
You can take all your historical stats all you want. You can go back to 1965 or 1953 or 2003, and I don't care. I know the Padres haven't been around that long. I'm just saying. You
don't even know what year they came in.
I don't, but no, I know it wasn't. I know it was.
Don't talk
long
about
after 1953.
Then don't talk about historical Padre facts.
Okay. All right.
I know who Nate Colbert is, buddy.
Okay, you boomer. My goodness.
All right. I'm going to share my screen here real quick.
All right. We got a comment. Stephen Batza. I was not getting up this morning. You still like Braves Phillies over? It's 7.5 now. Can still get it +105 on Bet Rivers. Bob, I got to be honest with you. I think I like the over. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I think I do. I mean, these are two good offensive teams.
Okay.
I think we can roll with the fact that even, Philadelphia is one of the best, in Atlanta, both top 5 in overs this year. So, yeah, Steven, I think we could roll with the over again.
Here we go. Are you ready for what I got? I got a ton of bets here. Braves -1.5. Over 7. Matt Olson with an RBI. Austin Riley with an RBI. Kyle Wright under 4.5 strikeouts. Ronald Acuna over 1.5 player bases. Bryce Harper over 1.5 player bases. Those are my plays. And in the Dodgers game, the Dodgers on the run line -1.5. Under 7. Trey Turner with an RBI. Freddie Freeman with an RBI. Manny Machado with an RBI. Clayton Kershaw over 4.5 player strikeouts. Yu Darvish under 5.5 player strikeouts. Yu Darvish under 17.5 player outs. Trey Turner over 1.5 player bases. And Mookie Betts over 1.5 player bases. Folks, I got some money making bets right there. And let me show you something here, Mike. When we did the show last night, this number right here was in the hole. You weren't on the show. You were at basketball practice. We were in the hole over $200. Look at where it wound up. $60 profit. And as you can see, the last 2 weeks are the most profitable weeks of my betting for this year. And let's take a look at one of the things that's helping to carry that, and it's baseball. Baseball in St. Louis. Yeah. All right.
Why are we singing St. Louis?
No, that's a song. You don't know the song. Never mind.
I don't think anybody watching this video will, Bob.
It's a baseball song, and it could be for any town. Baseball in Detroit. Okay.
Well, let's go somewhere where there is baseball going right now, Bob.
Whatever. All right. I want to show Underdog here real quick. Let me explain something to you, okay, folks? You deposit $100, you get $100 match. Everything goes into the bonus. You have to play through the money before it becomes yours and becomes withdrawable. Now, what I am sitting here with is $120 withdrawable. So I'm $20 ahead right now with $60 left to play through. I have an opportunity to turn that into $300, possibly. Okay. Whatever the case may be, I'm positive no matter what. I'm $20 ahead no matter what. It's a great app. We have the link below for those of you who are in states that have it. And if you don't have it, we also have Thrive Fantasy too. All right. I'm done sharing. I'm done talking. I'm going to remove myself for a second, and it's your turn to take over, buddy.
Well, I'm going to share my screen myself, Bob, and I'm going to go to my bet tracker and show y'all a few bets that I am on in the NFL this week that I have been on fire with. A lot of these positive EV plays, all recommended filters plays. So I did take the under 46.5 total points in the Packers-Jets game, got it for -115. Beating the closing line value there. I took the under 53.5 total points, which definitely is an alternate number, but I got it for -135, and now it's getting juiced at -151. So we're definitely getting good value on that play. And then I took another alternate market play, the New England Patriots on the point spread +4, got it at -130. It's now at -145. So definitely seen some good plays here that I'm beating the closing line value on a lot of these. I took the Eagles on the first half point spread -2.5, -120 is what I got that. It's now jumping up to -136. First half total points, Cowboys Eagles over 20.5 +100 is what I got that for. Looks like I'm still on track there. And then you can see those are the bets that I have right now in my bet tracker. So now we're going to go to the positive EV page. We're going to see if there's anything out here that we want to hit. So let's get into it right now.
Let's do it.
Let me see if there is anything. I'm going to stay away from that first minus 145. I don't want that. I want something a little better value. Let's look at this over 34.5 in this Louisiana Tech versus North Texas game, Bob. So we can get it for plus 100 on BetMGM right now, Bob. Caesars is 50-50 on that play. DraftKings favors the over. Bet Rivers slightly favors the under along with Barstool, but Pinnacle, the sharpest book, favors the over as well. So that plus 100 is pretty good value, Bob. Fair odds for this player, minus 103. So when we take that into consideration and the fact we're above 51% win probability, I like this play. I think I'm willing to go with this and put the recommended amount on it on this one, and that will be 25. I won't put a full unit on it because I have not been hitting as many college football recommended filters bets as I have NFL.
I need to interject here.
Yes.
If you looked, when you hit that bet, it said now that bet is hidden. And it disappears from the positive EV page sometimes. It doesn't mean that it's completely gone. It's still there. Okay. In the meantime, let me get to a couple of comments. I am with Jordan on this. I'm already on Marshall tonight. Absolutely on Marshall. I'm going to stay away from those RBIs for now. Player hits seem to a lot better overall. You do what you want. Small sprinkle on them. They have the same feel as NRFIs, kind of too random. But when they pay off, I just want to tell you this. When they pay, they're paying big. So here, I've already hit Manny Machado twice in the playoffs. Each time I hit him for enough that the other player RBIs, it didn't matter. I'm still profitable. So you got to kind of you got to kind of feel it out, and don't go crazy on it. That's all I'm saying. That's my advice. I'm betting them, and I'm making money. So there you go.
Yeah. So, Bob, let's take a look here. I haven't taken it, but I'm looking at this Michigan State plus 4.5 on the first half point spread. Pretty good play here at plus 100 on BetMGM. And a lot of books have this favored to hit a little bit. So Pinnacle prices it at minus 114. Definitely like Michigan State to bounce back a little bit here and this spot. So, yeah, I think that's one that we will look at as well.
Okay.
And I will once again put the recommended amount on that, $20, because I have not been hitting as many as these college football ones. So this is kind of trial and error for me in a sense.
Okay. It's my turn. I get to jump in here and go a different route with.
And I'm now on the left and you're on the right.
Yeah, I know. It's because I removed myself. And all right. Let me go to the positive EV page and do it a little bit differently than what you do. All right. First of all, I'm going to change my filters here, and I've got the date range for today. I like doing it day by day. I don't want to go too far into the future right now. All right. So this is where we're at right now. And let's click the recommended filters and see what we got. Oh, look at that, Mike. A couple of hockey plays. Vancouver and Edmonton over 7 goals tonight.
Yeah, I would definitely take that. We know how potent Edmonton is. I think Vancouver will be better this year.
Vancouver's a potent offense. Can be a potent offense.
They can. They very well can. You're right. So, and
Vancouver and Edmonton first period total goals over 2 plus 140. Mike, let's look at this play a little bit.
That's no longer positive expected value now.
Oh, no.
So
we lost it that quick.
Yeah.
That's what happens, folks. Isn't that terrible? That just happened. But it's still a plus 120. It's just not as much of a value as it was, and it'll eventually be off of the positive EV page. So you like this play here? Over 7 has now dropped to plus 150.
Yeah, those no longer positive expected value
Right.
plays. Yes, Jordan. Unfortunately can't bet Illinois here.
No, we can't. Right,
Thoughts on
absolutely.
Zion MVP future? He's surrounded by talent, trimmed down, might average 30 a night. Very possible. I think let's look at some NBA MVP futures, maybe.
Sure. But let's do that here in just a second. Before we go any further, I'm taking the Braves over 1.5 first half total runs for a unit.
I like it.
That's a recommended filter play. I'm jumping in there on that. And now I like this play, and it just popped up. Over 7 goals between the Blackhawks and the Avalanche. The Blackhawks are terrible. They are going to be terrible, and you're going to score a lot of goals on them, but they still got Jonathan Toews and Patrick Kane, and they could still put the puck in the net. I expect like a 5-2, or actually 5-3 or 6-2 win tonight. All right, you want to look at NBA futures?
Yeah, let's see what we can find for NBA MVP.
Okay, all right. Let's look at it now. Maybe.
Yeah, Jordan, I agree too. Yes, easy over in Blackhawks game. Love that, Bob. Yeah, definitely. And Colorado, probably gonna be a minute for them to get settled in at net, losing Darcy Kemper. So Chicago could, anything they put in the net is going to be extra to that over. So I like that.
Okay, so let's look at regular season MVP. Doncic at plus 500. Remember, we're not going to have any pinnacle line here. We've got Giannis at plus 700, Embiid at plus 700, and Durant at plus 1,000, and Jokic at plus 1,200. And that's about, to me, that's about as far as the list is going to go. I'm not on Tatum or Curry or Morant as MVPs. I know you guys like Zion. I don't think he's going to be an MVP. Sorry.
No, again, a small sprinkle on that high of odds, definitely considerable. But as you know, I'm very high on Luka. I think that he's got an opportunity to get this thing. And, you look outside of that, you definitely have. I don't think Jokic will, it's hard to win that many MVP because there comes a point in time where people are just like, yeah, this guy, what's new? He's his numbers are amazing again. And I think that can sometimes cause maybe somebody you wouldn't expect to get in there. So, I definitely think Zion's potential. At that, what's that, plus 2,500?
Yeah, plus 2,500. Hey, just throwing this out here. LeBron.
Think about it. If Zion has a monstrous year, he's going to get a lot of hype. He's going to get a lot of people on him, so it could easily help propel him into that discussion. Because let's face it, sometimes it becomes a popularity contest, in which case he could maybe win.
Will you quit interrupting me in mid-sentence?
No, I was talking first. You're interrupting me.
I was trying to finish my thought. What about LeBron or Kawhi or Booker or Davis or Davis? None of those have a chance.
No, I'm not going. Nope. No, thanks. You can dive as deep as you want on that list. I'm comfortable with where I'm at.
I got you. I'm hip to your trip. All right. Booker maybe might win a bunch of regular season games again. It could happen. It could happen. You're absolutely right. All right, look, guys, we're going to get out of here. It's time to go. I'm in the comforts of St. Louis and my daughter's home. I got to go see my granddaughter. She's crying for me right now. She said, I want Grandpa right now.
Okay.
You miss me, Mike?
You can stay there as long as you'd like.
Can I tell you something? Your beard, you kind of got an Albert Pujols beard look there, man. I like it. Yeah. Give the people a goal score.
Yeah,
a goal
Bob.
Score. Nathan McKinnon.
Oh, you went straight to the Avalanche. For a guy who hates on them, you sure do go to them a lot for when you need bailed out.
Who cares? Goodbye. See ya.